Hi students, I'm your Poornima ma'am, your biology educator. So in this class, we are going to study about MCQ questions related to CET of the chapter Human Health and Disease. So let us look at the questions. Our first question, health is referred to a state of complete option A physical well being, option B, mental well being, option C, social well being, and option D, all of this. What they have asked here, they have asked the definition of the health. So, health is a physical well being. Can you say it is only a physical well being just by looking at the person? His physical appearance, will it say he is healthy? No, it is also required. The humans must be mentally, they must be good and fit enough. Socially he must be good, right? Not only by having the mental and physical well-being, but also in the society he must be well behaved, or he must be involved good in the society. So all about this, that is option A, B, C, all these will refer to a state of complete health. So our answer will be option D, all of these. Second question, human beings can maintain good health by, it is a general question, right? But they have asked in your examination, how can we maintain a good health? Option A, balanced diet. Option B, personal hygiene. Option C, regular exercise. Option D, all of this. So, what is balanced diet, students? That is eating in a required and a quantity of the proportions are well maintained. Whatever we are eating, it must be healthy, right? We must not eat the junk food, or the proportion must be balanced. Carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, all the mineral nutrition must be in a balanced quantity. So, balanced diet is very much important. Having the personal hygiene means having neat or clean of ourselves. That may be the bathing, washing hands, washing our toes before eating, or washing the hands and brushing the teeth, whatever the personal hygiene related to our body. It is also very much important to maintain a good health. Regular exercise, right? Exercising daily, it is a very much important for our healthy lifestyle. So in this answer, option A, B, C all holds good. So option D is the answer. All of these. Which of the following statement is correct? What they have asked. Which of the following statements are correct? Option A. Health does not merely mean the absence of the disease. Option B. Health reflects the metabolic and functional efficiency of living organism. And option C, that is health is an adversely affected by disease. And option D, that is all of these. So what does the answer refers here? That is C, health does not merely mean the absence of disease. Is it correct? Yes. You cannot say, well, when the person is healthy, when he's not having the disease, then he's healthy. You cannot refer like that. Health reflects the metabolic and functional efficiency of living organism. Yes, it is also correct. Health is adversely affected by the disease. Yes. So all the answer is correct here. All of these. Option D is the correct answer. Next, which of the following is a non-infectious disease? So, what is infectious? In the previous class, we have studied about the infectious as well as non-infectious disease. What was infectious disease? If the disease is spreading from one organism to another organism, or one species to another species, then you can call it as what? It is infectious disease. What is non-infectious? If the disease is not spreading from one organism to another organism, then you can refer it as what? Non-infectious disease. So here what they have asked, non-infectious disease. So option A, cholera. Option B, option A is cholera. Option B, cancer. Option C, it is influenza. Option D is filariasis. So option, look here students, option A, cholera. It is an infectious disease that is caused by the bacteria. Okay, it is an infectious disease. Sorry. Option B, that is the later on I will say. Option C is influenza. It is also a infectious disease that is caused by the virus. Option D is filariasis. It is also a infectious disease that is caused by parasitic worms, mainly by the mosquito. Okay. Next, cancer. It is non-infectious disease. Non-infectious disease that is by uncontrolled growth of cell. So what they have asked, among this, which is the non-infectious disease, right? So option A is cholera, that is caused by the bacteria. It is an infectious disease. And option B, it is the cancer, where it is a non-infectious disease. It is due to the uncontrolled growth of the cells. And option C, influenza. It is also infectious disease caused by the virus. And option D is filariasis. It is also infectious disease that is caused by parasitic worms, that is mainly it is spread by the help of the mosquito. So our answer is here option B, that is the cancer.
Hello students, are you preparing for NEET, JEE or KCET? Looking for the right guidance to achieve your dream rank? Welcome to Global Academy live coaching classes, single point and complete solution for competitive exam preparation. Specially designed for 11th and 12th or PUC 1 and 2 students, combining board syllabus with entrance exam coaching. New batches starting from 25th March 2026 for the academic year 2026-27. Course fees 9,999. Now, with 50% discount, enroll for just 4,999 for the entire course. Limited seats available. Enroll today. For any enquiry, call to these numbers, scan QR code for easy payment.
Next question. Disease causing living organism like fungi, protozoa, bacteria, helminthes are called. What they have asked? They have directly asked here about the definition. What we will call if the disease is caused by the virus, fungi, and bacteria, helminthes. What do we call? We will call it as the option B, that is the pathogen. So what is here a vector? Vectors are the organism that transmit the disease, right? These are the vectors are the organisms that transmit. Please note down this. That those are the organisms that transmit disease or transmit the disease or pathogens. Next, host. Host are the harbor the pathogen, means it is a house for the pathogens. Then microorganism is a broad term where we cannot include all the microorganism as the disease portion only, but the pathogens are the one that causes the disease causing living organism like fungi, protozoa, bacteria, helminthes. We will call it as the pathogen. Not the vectors are the one that transmit the pathogens. Okay, and whereas the host is the one that gives the place for the pathogen to grow and harbor, whereas the microorganisms are very tiny little organism, whereas this all the microorganism will not be included under the disease. Next question. Salmonella typhi is related with, right? What they have asked, what does this particular species is included? Here, Salmonella typhi is related with the option A, that is the typhoid. Its name itself, its genus itself, it is species itself, it is indicating that typhi means it is indicating the disease of the typhoid. Next, Salmonella typhi, the same what the organism, Salmonella typhi enter human through contaminated food and water and migrate to other organism through blood. Right? What they have asked here, which are the parts means after entering to the other organism through blood, the where it is going to affect the other person, right? The first A person, how he has got the infection, by eating the contaminated food and water, right? The second person is getting the infection by means of migration of through the blood. The second person is getting infection with the help of the first person's blood. So after entering into a second person, where does it is going to migrate or where it is going to stay, that is the place of the liver. Okay, it is going to be stay in case of the liver. Next, pneumonia is caused by, it is a very easy and direct question, but they have asked in your CET. So pneumonia is caused by streptococcus pneumonia. Next, 11th question. Natural killer lymphocytes are an example for. So, they have given here one specific term, that is natural killer lymphocyte. So, natural killer lymphocytes are the white blood cell. What is the work of the white blood cell here, students? White blood cells are usually, they are the immune system, right? They are the defense system of our body. So, what does this natural killer lymphocytes do? These are an example for the cellular barrier. They will not make any specific here natural killer, they will not do any specification, just without showing any kind of before the pathogen showing its symptom, the natural killer will directly inject them or directly make sure that the particular pathogen is destroyed without any limitation. It will directly kill of the pathogen or the foreign body that is entering the particular organism. So, natural killer lymphocytes are an example for cellular barrier. Next question. The person shows symptoms like sneezing, watery eyes, running nose, and difficulty in breathing on exposure to certain substances in air. Which type of antibodies produce in such conditions? So there are so many people who show watery eyes or sneezing, running nose, or difficulty in breathing as soon as when they exposed to any kind of air, either it may be dust or smell or any other thing. So at that time, which kind of antibodies are produced? Those are IgE. Okay, IgE is produced during this kind of condition. Who among the following is recognized as the father of immunology? See, Edward Jenner is the one. It is a direct question. Edward Jenner is recognized as the father of immunology. So it was about the today's class, students. In the next upcoming class, we will solve the question related to the NEET, that is of the same chapter, human health and disease. Thank you.